Hello everybody, make sure to get your red string and thumbtacks and put on your tinfoil hats because we are taking a trip to Conspiracy Town where I make this giant web explaining how me and Post Malone are meant to be together and why we're soulmates and why we connect and why Post Malone is the center of the universe. Nothing else exists. My brain is melting. There's nothing in there. There's only Post Malone. We started this video at daytime and it's night o'clock right now. It's literally dark out, guys. I'm going crazy. I don't think I'm gonna sleep tonight. I have work tomorrow. Ooh, make sure to stay tuned and watch the video so you can understand why Post Malone is our Lord and Savior.
Lloyd and Savior.
Whitey.
Whitey. Be sure to stay till the end to find out how she became this unhinged.
Okay. How do I start the video?
Say hi. Do an intro.
Hi everybody, it's me. I'm filming a video that's kind of different than the videos that we normally film. I'm getting kind of nervous. I'm like flustered because it's something I'm really passionate about, and that's Post Malone. I've been a fan of Post Malone for over 3 years now, and I don't know, to some people who are fans of things, that might not seem like a long time, but it's like changed my life beyond comprehension, the obsession and Post Malone himself. I haven't met him, but I hope I will. I hope I will eventually. Because I'm a little cuckoo bananas. I made a huge is a big word. I made a web, like a mind map of everything that connects me and Post Malone together under the stars. Like, this is some cool shit that like is not a coincidence. It's like insane. You would not believe the like how it just connects. And
Everyone put on your tinfoil hats.
Put on your tinfoil hats, guys. We're gonna get a little crazy. Make sure you stay to the end of the video. like
and subscribe.
Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. This is crazy. More new videos coming to you every Sunday. Stay tuned.
Top 10 things that connect even to Post Malone. You will not believe what number 10 is.
Sorry if the mic is a little weird. This is my first time using this microphone. I just think it's really cool.
Hi, I'm here. It's Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney's in the back there. She's just making sure that everything in the video is working right. And of course, I wouldn't be filming this monstrosity of a video without her. So I have a little, sorry if I'm like looking down. I don't know if you can see the computer. It's because I have a draft of this like web that I just made today with Sydney here. Because it had all been just in my brain for the longest time. And you're like, Eden, why didn't you write it down sooner if you've been collecting this stuff for 3 years? It's because I couldn't figure it out. Like, I didn't know how I want to lay it out. And it was stressing me out, so I just didn't do it. Even though I really wanted to, but now I did. Anyway, it's crazy. We're gonna draw it out on this board right here. I know you're wondering, Eden, why are you standing in front of a giant chalkboard? This is my wall, my chalkboard wall in the loft. I love it. I've had it for like so long, and I always, me and all my friends would write stuff on it, and I would erase it every year on my birthday to like start fresh, because it would get pretty filled up. So we haven't erased it in like, it was almost 2 years at this point. Like, it was a while, just because like, I went off to school for a year, like, so I wasn't here. Anyway, so we just erased it. So I'm gonna write what I have here, and I'm gonna explain it to you guys. This is gonna be a really long video, I think, but hopefully Sydney will be able to cut it down to like a reasonable length. Anyway, that was my super unnecessarily long intro, and let's get into it. So first we're gonna start with 2 circles that are me and Post Malone, obviously, because everything has to connect back to both of us. As I write this, I'm gonna like put some context just behind a few things. Post Malone. Circle. Awful circle, but there we go. Okay, me and Post Malone, first of all, important things. I am a Virgo sun and Cancer moon, and Post Malone is a Cancer sun and Virgo moon. And if you know anything about astrology, those types of people, like whose sun and moon are inverted, tend to get along really well. Except I don't necessarily always believe astrology in terms of like, what's the word? Like relationships and compatibility. But I choose to believe it when it works in my favor. So that's what we're believing here. What I'm gonna write in the middle here is actually completely unrelated to that. It's related to the number 9. Now, the number 9 is really special to me, and I think the universe knows that, It's special to me because my birthday is September 9th, and September is the 9th month, and I'm born on the 9th day of the 9th month, so it's a very important number to me. Anyway, this number has come up a lot in my time as a fan of Post Malone, especially in 2020, the year of our Lord. I had just become a Post Malone fan in this year. I went to the concert in February. We'll get to that later. But in this year, Post Malone won 9 Billboard Music Awards. Also, that's a lot of Billboard Music Awards to win. They brought it out on like a cart. Anyway, another way the number 9 comes in, we're gonna jump forward a few years. His first single that he released when I was a fan of him was on July 9th. Let's write that down. July 9. Because I explained it, I'm not gonna write that it was the first single. And then the next thing I have written here for the number 9 is something I actually just found out today. By the way, this is gonna go back and forth a lot between different eras just for now, but then it'll get more cohesive as I leave just the number 9 specifically. But I just wrote every number 9 in the middle here because I didn't know how else to connect it, but that's what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, to realize now is that there are 9 days in between July 19th and 28th. I didn't just realize that, I know math. The important thing about these two numbers is just announced yesterday, Post Malone's new album, self-titled Austin, coming out July 28th. And I was going feral. I was going insane. I was going so insane when I found that out. And I was thinking in my head, because I knew I had this web, I was like, well, how could this possibly connect to my web? How is this date important? I need to know. It has to be important. And then he announced a tour. And this tour is a summer tour before the album is released. A few of the dates do happen to be after the album gets released, but it's a tour that is starting before the album. So it's not an album tour, it's just a for fun tour, just because he felt like it, right? So fun. What day is he in Toronto? Which is this city that we live in. What day you ask? Oh, July 19th. That's crazy. That's insane, actually. There's 9 days. 9 days in between. On to the final point for the number 9. Until we move on to the actual web part, because this is going to get crazy, okay? Post Malone has 8 diamond singles, which is a record. No one else has that. So rep the boy. he has 8 diamond singles, right? How do I draw a diamond? I'm gonna draw a diamond instead of writing it out. 8 diamond. And he released an album, quote unquote album, of all these diamond singles, which, by the way, I hate when artists do that because it just makes it difficult to go through their songs and whatever. Anyway, he released 8 diamond singles, his 8 diamond singles in an album that he called the Diamond Collection. And he added one other song that isn't diamond to that collection. So what is 8 plus 1, guys? Can you tell me? Can you infer?
Ooh.
Yes, Sydney in the back.
9!
Hell yeah! It equals 9, baby! Now there's 9 songs on the Diamond Collection. Can you believe it? I was like, oh my god, 8, we're so close to my number. We got it. We got there, guys. We got to number 9.
Hey guys, we were just editing the video. By we, I mean Sydney was. But I did some more research, and I looked into the Diamond Collection and the length of it, how long it is. It's the 9 songs, obviously, but it is 32 minutes and 7 seconds long. Now, can you guys quickly beep, 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 do the math for me? What's 2 plus 7? Oh, that's right. It's 9. It's 9. Because of course it is. Because everything connects. It's all Post Malone.
Okay, anyway, sorry for bombarding you with the number 9. That was, I think, all of the 9. There's a few more things that are 9 that aren't included here, but they're in the web somewhere else. But anyway, let's first start with Tommy Lee. And you're probably wondering, what?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, Post Malone released a song that is called Motley Crue, conveniently spelt incorrectly. Or I should say not like the band spells it. Okay, so this is also connected to this because this July 9th was that single that came out July 9th. If you guys don't know the band Motley Crue, the drummer is this guy named Tommy Lee. And he's a guy, I guess. He's in the music video for this song. And now, back to me. Let's just leave this for a second, okay, for a moment, and get back to me. During this time, I was going through a bit of a Marvel phase. I was just rewatching all the Marvel movies and watching new ones, and I was just having a great old time enjoying Marvel movies. And then I became obsessed with one certain actor by the name of Sebastian Stan. Oh, I just crossed out his last name. That's fine. Anyway. Oh wow, this is really close together. I needed this to be farther apart. We're gonna move some things around real quick because it's getting crowded already and there's still a lot that I need to write. As you can see, we've the only thing that stayed pretty much was Post Malone, which, by the way, does this post not look exactly like the fucking, what's it, cereal? Like the fucking, we're gonna put a picture in because it looks exactly like it. What can I say? I'm an artist. But anyway, back to Sebastian Stan. I was a big stan, one could say, of Sebastian Stan.
Boo!
At this time that Post Malone was, I'm pretty sure it was the same time, or not that far after. Also keep in mind, Post Malone has a song called Tommy Lee with Tyler Yahweh, and I think also Tommy Lee had a feature on it, but it just didn't happen to fit into the web nicely. But just know that is something that contributes to this specific part. But shortly after I began my obsession with Sebastian Stan, didn't last very long, but he got a role in a show called Pam and, you guessed it, Tommy. Can you guess who he played? Sydney?
Pam.
Really close.
Post Malone.
Almost there.
Tommy.
Yeah, he played Tommy Lee. So these 2 points, bam, connected. We made a little rainbow. So that was that little bit. And then we're gonna move on to the bottom here. This is where the web gets really crazy because there are a lot of triangles and things that overlap. But first, we're gonna start with me this time. I'm a fan of something that is called the WWE. There is a guy who runs it, kind of. His name is
Paul.
Get it? Laugh. His name's Triple H. That's why the joke is funny. His name is Triple H. And Post Malone here, he filmed a video around the same time that I was just getting back into WWE. This was, I want to say, a year ago at this point, or maybe a little bit less than a year. Post Malone obviously is way older than me, has liked WWE for longer than me. There are videos of him with other superstars in the past, but this video happened to be posted around the time that I was like just getting into WWE again. He posted a video with one Triple H where they are doing his iconic like spit thing. If you know WWE, you know what it is.
Did you see that?
And those are connected. He did a little spit video. So that's one thing WWE related. There also happens to be, there's this guy, he's also a singer. If you know that, he's a Spanish singer. His name is Bad Bunny. I don't like him very much, just because I've heard some bad things about him, but nonetheless, he is on WWE, or he had a little feud with one Damian Priest. Now, this video is a little bit convoluted because I need to give you lore to all the things that I was interested in at the time, because that's how these all connect. Anyway, in WWE, there's a group called the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day includes Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. We hate him, he's bad. And one, Rhea Ripley. Ooh, we love Rhea Ripley. She's the best. Hell yeah. Keep rooting for Rhea. I'm gonna put her down here. Anyway, another member of the Judgment Day. We mentioned Rhea Ripley, so we're gonna write her down. She is the reason I got back into WWE, because Sydney showed me clips of her and edits and just showed me her like on screen, because her brother is who got us into WWE and he was watching. She showed me, she was like, oh my god, Eden, there's this goth girl in WWE's Eden, you need to watch it, guys. Oh my god, Eden, she's like so pretty and gorgeous and goth. So I did. I'm easily persuaded. Anyway, that is the Judgment Day, and that is the reason we got into WWE, hence their importance in the web. Okay, everything goes back to the web. Now you're probably wondering, why are they important here? How do they relate to Post Malone? Great question. Post Malone is a music artist, and so is Bad Bunny. Would you know that Coachella is a thing that occurs in early May, late April, around that time? And Bad Bunny, I'm pretty sure he was headlining Coachella, and Post Malone came on stage with him and played guitar. What are the odds of that? They've never interacted before, like in common knowledge of people, those people being me. I didn't know. That's crazy. It's crazy. That never happens. And when is Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest? Oh, early May, and the whole feud was going on for like a good month and a half or 2 months already that they were feuding. Anyway, so we're gonna write this down. He performed with Bad Bunny at Coachella. Anyway, he performed with Bad Bunny at Coachella, which connects directly there, because that was literally during the same time. I would bet money that they were talking about the match when they were hanging out, because there's a video of Post Malone and Bad Bunny like practicing for their performance in, I want to say some hotel room, or like maybe behind the scenes type thing. There was a bed, so I assume it was a hotel room, where Post Malone was playing the guitar and Bad Bunny was singing, and like obviously it was practice for the thing. I would bet my real hard-earned Canadian dollars that they spoke about this match, because Post Malone likes WWE, as I mentioned. And you're wondering, where does Rhea connect? Rhea is an interest that I have, so she just connects directly back here because she's in the Judgment Day. Of course, because Bad Bunny could have done a match with anybody. Obviously, it had to be a man because he is a man, but it was someone in the Judgment Day who, the point of the match is they're both like Puerto Rican, and Backlash, the big pay-per-view event that it was happening in Puerto Rico. But what are the odds? The biggest Puerto Rican man in WWE right now is in the Judgment Day. I don't know, but it all connects, it all makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna move on to another topic. This topic being an interest of mine that sparked around, honestly, the same time the WWE one sparked, or a little bit later. These YouTubers, I've mentioned in a few videos before, they are the Sturniolo triplets. And you're probably thinking, Eden, there's no fucking way that these random triplet YouTubers from Boston, Massachusetts, that you just happen to like see their videos and like their sibling dynamic, are gonna relate to Post Malone? You'd be wrong. They do. It always connects, okay? And first, we're gonna start with something simple. And to write it, I'm gonna have to put down the microphone because it's a little bit gonna be in that corner over there. But I will explain it. Just give me a second. Thank you, Sydney, for bringing me the stool. Anyway, over there it says Nick singing Tap In a video. For some backstory, if you guys don't know the Sturniolo triplets, which this is like free advertising for them, for all my 38 subscribers. But yeah, watch their videos, they're cool. Anyway, hence the name, there's 3 of them. named Nick, Chris, and Matt. So Nick is the one I mentioned over there. He sings Tap In one of their videos. Tap In is a song by Saweetie. And it features, there's a version of it that features a lot of other people. Those people including DaBaby, Jack Harlow, and our favorite guy, Post Malone. But because this is all the way in that corner, I'm not gonna draw like a line all the way there, just because it would be really hard. But just know that they connect. There's another one of the triplets I mentioned. His name is Chris Sturniolo, and he is very important for our next little part of this web that's gonna take up like the very top up here, because he likes a certain I don't know what to call it, company, YouTube channel, music, something, Lyrical Lemonade, okay? I don't want to risk falling off the stool, so we're gonna put the mic down for a second and I'm gonna explain after. I don't know too much, okay? I didn't do a lot of research into Lyrical Lemonade, but I did enough research to know that they associate with a guy named Zach Bia. I don't know too much about this man. I don't know anything more than the fact that he's a DJ and that he knows Lyrical Lemonade. And you're wondering, okay, how does this connect to Post Malone, girl? Like, you're making no sense right now. Well, we'll get there. First, we need to point out the fact that Post Malone went on a tour in which Zach Bia himself headlined? That's the opposite word. Opened for a few of the dates that Roddy Ricch couldn't attend. One of those dates being our tour date, September 21st, 2022. So we're gonna write that down. Zach Bia. And at the time, it was not known that Zach Bia was going to be opening for him for nights. Everyone thought it was gonna be Roddy Ricch for the entire tour. But then stuff happened, Roddy Ricch couldn't attend all of the things, so this was like a last minute thing that he was gonna be opening. Anyway, another thing that I just remembered, actually, is that Lyrical Lemonade made the Motley Crue music video. How did I forget? So we're gonna have to do a little line through the middle here, connecting them. So let's see. There we go. Narrowly avoided all of the other bubbles. Hell yeah. That finishes off the Zach Bia connection, but it doesn't finish off the triplet connection, because this is something else I realized while making this web. The sturniolo triplets are from, as I mentioned before, Boston, Massachusetts. So we're gonna write that down. They're from Boston. Cool, whatever. It's just a place, you know? Nothing too special. Back to Post Malone. He very sadly hurt himself while on tour. You might have seen it. Places. He hurt himself. He fell into a hole in the stage of like where the guitar comes up for his acoustic parts of the show. And he fell in and he bruised some ribs. And that was really sad. And he missed a tour date because of it. Like he finished the show, mind you, which is crazy, like insane to have a fractured rib and still finish your show. Crazy. But he did miss a tour date a few days later. What tour date do you think it was that he missed? Do we have any guesses in the audience? Sydney?
Boston.
Hell yeah, it was Boston, Massachusetts. We're gonna connect here. We're gonna have to connect this all the way from here. Hell yeah. We finally almost reached the end. Oh, this is like actually huge and crazy. But there's one more little section here that relates to Post Malone hurting himself on tour, which is so sad. And then after this, after we're done the web, there are a few more things that don't fit onto the web that I'm going to mention. But while we're on the topic of him hurting himself, let's talk about me and my dad. My dad also hurt himself. He broke his ribs, actually. Funny enough, the exact same thing that happened to Post Malone. Crazy, and you're like, oh, what, did it happen at the same time? No, it happened 9 months earlier. Can you believe it? Can you believe how it all connects, how it works?
If Eden is anything, she's a Post Malone fan.
My dad hurt his ribs it was December 2021, and Post Malone hurt himself in September. So yeah, crazy. We're gonna have to go real low here. Making this web was really fun because I got to remember things that I had previously forgotten. Not forgotten, I guess, but just little parts of this web that I was formulating in my mind that just slipped through some cracks, and they weren't actively on my brain whenever I tried to think of this web. But making it, I just remembered so much. And I can't wait to see this web grow and expand as my relationship with Post Malone grows and expands. And as new things happen, who knows? New music videos, new songs, new things can pop up, new injuries in my family, who knows? It can go crazy, new interests I have. Want to know how Post Malone connects to Taylor Swift? Stay tuned for the next part of the video. That's a lie.
No, it's not.
It's not. There are actually connections. Anyway, the general web itself is actually complete right now. This is it. But there are a few other things that are very important that I couldn't include on here. So, hey guys, sorry for the lighting change, and we have written this already. But the phone ran out of storage as we're filming on our phone. So yeah, anyway, just what I wrote, quick summary, is just dates, important dates. The first concert I ever went to, Post Malone. What day was it? Would you guess? I know I mentioned it was in February earlier. What day? What day do you think?
The 9th.
The 9th? Well, I know 9s have been important, but what's a specific day in February? Specifically in February. Like, that's important.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Ba-bam! My first Post Malone concert was on Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story of why I went to a Post Malone concert on Valentine's Day and why that's so important now, and how I ended up going there, because spoiler alert, before that concert I was not a Post Malone fan. In fact, I didn't like his music. I know, craziness, right? I did not like his music, or I don't know, I should say I don't know, I just didn't really listen to him, and I tried listening to Beer Runs and Bentleys when it came out in 2018, but I was in 8th grade and I was doing it to impress a boy, and I didn't like the album. I know, shocking, crazy, because that's actually my favorite of his albums. Just insane, but yeah, I didn't like it, and but the way I ended up going to the concert was my brother. He has contacts at like all these venues for concerts and stuff. So he showed me this list. It was October of 2019, I think. Yeah, October 2019. He shows me this list of a whole bunch of concerts that are happening at Scotiabank Arena this year. And he's like, well, which one do you want to go to? And I was like, questions, decisions. What do I do? And then Curd jumps out of my brain. You're wondering, who the fuck is that? Curd is my alter ego. She makes decisions for me that are absolutely feral and just insane, and things that I would not do. And she also takes over me when I try to explain things that no one asked. That's Curd. It's her. Anyway, so
is
she
this
came
whole
up.
video Curd?
Who knows? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's Curd. Maybe I'm Curd. Maybe I've always been Curd. Maybe I'm just going insane. Maybe we're merging. Maybe we're one. Maybe we've never been two separate people. But in this very moment, sitting at a Korean barbecue restaurant with my brother in October 2019, he shows me this list, and Curd comes out, and what does she pick? The Post Malone concert on February 14th, 2020. And it was he was like, yeah, sure, we'll go to a Post Malone concert. Because at the time, actually, my brother was going to a Post Malone concert that week. Craziness. In which he fucking met Post Malone. What the fuck?
Without you?
Yeah, without me. When he told me that, I was already a fan, and I was like, oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. You couldn't take me? He was like, you didn't like him. And I was like, touche. A few months had gone by, and I forgot about the concert. I forgot that it was happening until February 13th, and my friends were trying to like just hang out and call it like a Valentine's Day party. I was like, actually, I think I'm going to a concert. And they were like, what fucking concert are you going to? Like, what? And I was like, I'm thinking I'm going to a Post Malone concert, but like, I don't really know, because my brother didn't really tell me that he got the tickets. He just said he was going to. And then I didn't really talk to him for like a few months, but this is a normal occurrence in my family. So don't worry. So I text him and I'm like, hey, are we still going to that Post Malone concert? He was like, yeah, if you want to. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, did you get tickets? And he was like, yeah, if we can go. I was like, okay, we're going. So I went to the Post Malone concert, and while I was getting ready, I was just listening to Post Malone music, because I was like, well, I know the stuff that's been on the radio. Like, I know, Better Now, Circles, like, I guess, Psycho, and like, Wow, these songs that people know. And I went to the concert, and I got home, and my life was forever changed. I was never the same. It just changed my life, and I became a devoted Post Malone stan. As you can see here now, I'm standing here in front of my fucking web of how we're connected. Back to the dates. back to the point. I mean, not that this isn't the point. The whole thing is the point. The next date we're talking about is the second Post Malone concert I went to. Do you guys know the band Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yes.
Sydney said yes. Good, great. Do you know the song they have called September?
Yes.
Sydney says yes. Do we know how it starts? What are the first lyrics of the song? Sydney, do you want to come here and sing them for us?
I can't sing, but I will dramatically recite them for you. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Thank you. And if you haven't guessed by all of the references I've been making, our show, the second concert, also Sydney was at this concert too. She came to this one.
I remember the 21st night of September.
Was on the 21st of September. Best birthday present ever. I wasn't born on the 21st, but I was born on the 9th. And as you can tell by the love of nines, it's still the same month, okay? It connects, I swear. But it's crazy, because ever since I heard that song, I wanted to find something that would make the 21st night of September something that I could remember, or like something important. And wouldn't you know, he books he releases the tour dates and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, it's on the 21st of September. I was like, I didn't realize in the moment, but then when it was time to actually get the tickets, he had already released another date in Toronto, so he was there for the 20th and the 21st. But we'll get what Sydney's mentioning, the 22nd, because 22 is her lucky number. But it does connect, because he was wearing a jersey with the number 22 on it at our concert. It said Posty and 22, and it was clearly like a Leafs jersey, because it was like the Leafs colors. Anyway, so the 21st night of September was our show, and I was kind of scared, honestly, that my brother was gonna get tickets for the 20th. I don't know why, but he was just like, oh, I can only get tickets for one of the nights. And I was like, which one is it? What night? Please, I need to know. This is like actually detrimental to my health. I need to know. And he told me like way too late, by the way. It was like a week he was waiting to find out. And he was like, yeah, we got for the 21st. I was like, is it really the 21st, or are you lying to me right now? He was like, no, we got the 21st. And I was like, hell yeah. So we went to the concert on the 21st night of September, and now I remember the 21st night of September. The third day that's important. Sadly, there's no third concert yet, but there will be.
Very soon.
Very soon, in July, just 2 short months. 2 months? Sorry, I'm so excited. Anyway, and then that's 2 months until the fucking album too. Oh, sorry guys. Anyway, the third important day is the day of the release of his 4th studio album. And this day, just the date alone won't be that important. He released 12 Karat TCT June 3rd. It was released June 3rd. And you're like, Eden, that's like not a 9 or like not any day that's important. And you'd be correct if you were anyone other than the graduating class of in 2022. Because our prom day was June 2nd. We had prom June 2nd. And if you know anything about album releases, they're at midnight. So ours was Thursday night. Prom was Thursday night. Why would there be a prom on a Thursday night? That's what? Whatever. Prom was on Thursday night, so this album was released a few short hours after prom. Not even. We got back at like 11, so it was only an hour.
And we have the video, like you can.
Yeah, you can go watch my video. I'm in my prom dress in my album reaction video, like there's proof, which was the first video we have posted on this channel, funny enough.
And our two longest videos.
Our two longest videos are Post Malone related. So I just thought that was a crazy coincidence. Like the first album that he releases with me as a fan, right? Because he had not released an album. I became a fan after Hollywood's Bleeding was already out, hence I mentioned February 14th. Hollywood's Bleeding came out September 6th, 2019. And there was no album until June 3rd, 2022. That's insane. The whole time that I was a fan, he had not released anything. 2 out of the 3+ years that I've been a fan was with no music released. Can you believe that? And now I'm getting spoiled. I'm getting fed. I'm so full. I'm so full. I don't need to eat ever again. Yeah, I think that might actually be it. That's all of them. That's all of the days. That's everything important. I could mention the days here, the 9 days between the 19th and the 28th, because the 28th is when the album comes out, when Austin comes out, stream it, July 28th. And the 19th is the next concert we're going to, and hopefully there'll be another tour after the album comes out, which would be fun, so I'd get to say that I've been to 4 Post Malone concerts. 3 is already insane. Yeah, so this has been the video. Oh my god, can you guys believe it? We're finally done after 40+ minutes of me rambling on about Post Malone. I'm so happy. I'm so glad to get to make this into a reality, because this has been festering in my brain for 3+ years. And oh my god, it feels so good to finally get it out and finally to be a Post Malone fan again, because he's being active again on his social media, which is crazy because he stopped doing that right around when I became a fan of him. How sad, right? This has just been absolutely insane, and I'm finally glad to be entering my Post Malone fan era again, because after 2020, it kind of died down because he didn't really do much, but then last year during the summer got spiked up again. And then it died down again during the year because he didn't really do anything. But now it's all coming back because he's being active, and oh, so much stuff, and I'm just so happy. And I hope that you guys are happy too, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll be able to answer them, or if they're Post Malone related, I probably will be able to answer them. So just don't forget to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Share this video to all of your friends, even if they don't like Post Malone, they will after watching this video. So look out for the concert vlog. It's gonna come out shortly after our concert. Be ready for that in late July. Or in part 2 for this video where it's just Taylor Swift and Post Malone connection.
It was you walking out my door. You said you loved me just moments before. Why'd you lie? What the heck?